When choosing a fitness program, many people's goal is not only to build muscle, but also to lose fat. I will now show you how to lose fat in a scientific way that is proven to get you results. Unfortunately, there's so much wrong information and misconception out there about fat loss that it's easy to get hooked on every new diet or supplement that promises to get you results in no time. However, most of them won't have any effect on your overall weight, and some extreme diets can even hurt your general health. Instead of trusting every new fitness guru who's really only trying to sell you his diet, you need to understand what will trigger fat loss in your body from mechanical. If we want to lose weight, all we have to do is consume less calories than our bodies burn on a consistent basis. As I explained in the muscle building formula, calories measure the energy stored in our food. Now, if you provide your body with less energy than it expands on a daily basis, it'll start reducing its fat stores in order to stay alive. This rule is universal, meaning that it goes for anyone, anywhere in the world. What many people don't understand, because it's a little counterintuitive, is that these calories can come from anywhere. You could be eating nothing but pizza. As long as the total calories are less than your body expands, you will be losing weight. So does that mean it doesn't matter if you're eating healthy or unhealthy foods, as long as the calories fit? No, of course not. There's a big difference between weight loss and healthy weight loss.
Usually do this, yeah, I'm both.
In order to lose weight the healthy way, you'll have to do a little more than just count your calories. If you want your fat loss regimen to be as effective as possible, you can not only look at the total calorie value of your food, you'll also have to look at the different percentages of the macronutrients in your diet, which means that a certain percentage of your diet should be made up of healthy fats, carbohydrates, and protein. We will talk about what foods to choose when wanting to build muscle and lose fat in the nutritional part of this program. And lastly, training also plays a key part in your weight loss success. Even though running a caloric deficit and eating only healthy foods is a good start to losing weight, if you don't exercise, your body will also lose muscle. This is not what we want. We want our weight loss to be due to less fat in our body while keeping our strength. So there you have it. The 3 things you need to keep in mind when wanting to lose fat is that first, you need to eat less calories than your body expands. Second, your diet should consist of a certain percentage of carbs, fats, and protein. And third, make sure to exercise to not lose any muscle. Okay, so after you learned all this, you'll probably ask yourself, if I need a calorie surplus to build muscle and a calorie deficit to lose weight,
You just wanna
is it possible to gain muscle and lose fat at the same time? The answer to this question is a little more complicated, and anyone trying to tell you that you can gain crazy amounts of muscle while losing all your body fat is simply lying. First, the bad news. In theory, it's almost impossible to be doing both at the same time. This is due to the fact that our body needs the extra energy for a process called protein synthesis. Only at a caloric surplus will it be able to repair the muscle fibers that were damaged during your training. This is why most athletes and bodybuilders work in 2 phases. First, they try to add as much strength and size while eating at a caloric surplus. This is called bulking. And then they change to a calorie deficit where they try to maintain as much muscle as possible while losing fat. This is called cutting. Now there are some good news. Even though experienced athletes work in these 2 phases, most beginners can still do both at the same time. This is because in the first few months of working your muscles, they'll adapt a lot more quicker than afterwards. This newbie advantage will outweigh the problems of protein synthesis at a caloric deficit. This effect is pretty amazing because it means that within a few weeks you can make drastic changes to your body.
I don't usually do this unless I'm drunk or I'm high, but I'm both right now. Got me.
Okay, so before we wrap up the section on fat loss, I want to cover a few myths that you see a lot in the fitness community. First is the spot reduction myth. Many people believe that fat loss can be localized to a certain region of your body. They believe that ab crunches will make them lose fat around their belly and push-ups around their chest. Now, even though I would love this myth to be true, it isn't. Unfortunately, fat loss always occurs in your entire body and not only in specific regions. The phenomenon that some people lose fat faster in their thighs or arms is simply due to a difference in genetics and has nothing to do with the exercises they're doing. Another common misbelief is that cardio will always make you lose weight, and thus more cardio means more fat loss. Now, it is true that physical exercise, including cardio, will make your body burn more calories than just sitting around, but you still always have to watch how many you're taking in. So you could be doing 4 hours of cardio every day. If at the same time you ate 5,000 calories, you'd still be gaining weight. What it really comes down to is not how much cardio you do, but calories in versus calories out. The last myth says that in order to get ripped and defined muscles, you need to be doing a higher number of repetitions. This claim also doesn't stand the test of science. Muscle definition has nothing to do with the number of repetitions and everything with your body fat percentage. If you want to look ripped, you'll have to lose fat. Fortunately, you now know how.
Right now, got me talking about my life. I don't usually do this unless I'm drunk or I'm